There are many notable witches and wizards in the Harry Potter universe, but which ones do I think are the most powerful? Let's talk about that today. Hey everyone, Blake here, and welcome back for another video. If you enjoyed today's video, be sure to subscribe with notifications on so you don't miss any new videos here on the channel. When the Harry Potter series first arrived on the scene in the late 90s, our knowledge of the wizarding world was limited to the protagonist's 11-year-old perspective. Since then, the Potter universe has exploded beyond anyone's wildest imagination. It would be difficult to cover all the most powerful characters in the wizarding world, but I'll cover what I think the top 10 should be. Although some of these may seem obvious, others may come as a surprise, so let's get started. Number 10, The Marauders. Sirius Black, portrayed by Gary Oldman, Remus Lupin by David Thewlis, and Peter Pettigrew by Timothy Spall had some time to shine in the series, but their most impressive feats were accomplished as part of a group at Hogwarts, with their best friend James Potter, who alongside future wife Lily Evans would go to defy Voldemort 3 times, adding to his credibility on the list. 3 of them became unregistered animagi as students in order to keep Remus a werewolf company. They also invented the Marauders map, which somehow tracked every person in the school while also revealing every hidden room and secret passage in the building, despite the fact that Hogwarts was supposed to be unplottable. The boys' ability as students were recognized by Dumbledore and earned them a place in the original Order of the Phoenix shortly after they graduated. Number 9, Bellatrix Lestrange. First introduced in Harry Potter and the Order of the Phoenix, Bellatrix, played by Helena Carter, was a pure-blood fanatic best known for wielding the unforgivable Cruciatus Curse, under which her victims would experience feeling of physical torture. At the end of the First War, she was sent to Azkaban as a part of a group that tortured Frank and Alice Longbottom to madness. She was a favorite of Voldemort's for her rabid loyalty to him and his cause and bragging about learning the dark arts from the master himself. The evil witch racked up a high body count, including her cousin Sirius, in the later part of the series, but was eventually defeated during the Battle of Hogwarts by the best mom in the Harry Potter universe. Number 8, Molly Weasley. If we're going to acknowledge Bellatrix, we also have to acknowledge the witch who bested her, Molly Weasley. Throughout the series, we mostly saw Molly's magical skill through domestic spells. In fairness, it's no small feat to keep a household of 9 running on an apparently tight budget. However, when her children were threatened at the Battle of Hogwarts in Harry Potter and the Deathly Hallows Part 2, she proved to be a proficient duelist and took down Bellatrix after an intense battle. No surprise that the doting and sometimes silly Miss Weasley turned out to be a formidable opponent. In the Harry Potter universe, there is no greater power than a mother's love. Number 7, Mad-Eye Moody. Harry meets the real Alastor Moody, a gruff, paranoid old wizard, as a member of the Second Order of the Phoenix. Despite being kidnapped by Barty Crouch Jr. the year previous, Moody was still extremely adept, and his paranoia was not only justified, but probably came in handy many times during the Second Wizarding War. As a younger man, he was a renowned aura known for filling half the cells in Azkaban. He was a powerful ally of Dumbledore up until his death, protecting Harry in his departure from the Dursleys. Number 6, Harry Potter himself. Some may dismiss Harry's power as part and parcel of the prophecy that made him the chosen one, but don't count him out as a powerful wizard in his own right. He was a strong student and made good grades, including 7 Ls, despite being under extreme duress pretty much every school year. He was able to not only perform advanced magic like the Patronus Charm, but managed to teach it to fellow classmates in Dumbledore's army. He became the Triwizard Champion and defeated multiple dark wizards and creatures before he was even 18 years old. Dumbledore himself observed Harry as a rare wizard whose ability to love and pure heart made him capable of defeating Voldemort. After the Battle of Hogwarts, he went on to become an Auror, presumably having a flourishing career outside his reputation as the boy who lived. Number 5, Hermione Granger. One-third of the fan-dubbed Golden Trio, Hermione was frequently known as the best student in her year or cleverest witch of her age. Beyond just being studious, she was able to perform extremely advanced magic like brewing the Polyjuice Potion as a second year or the combination protein charm on Dumbledore's army's coins that permanently disfigured classmate Marietta Edgecombe. She was a strong duelist and almost single-handedly protected the trio from detection when they were on the run from Voldemort during Deathly Hallows Part 1. Delving outside of the original series canon, Hermione apparently went on to become a powerful politician and was seen to be the Minister of Magic in the Cursed Child play. Number 4, Gellert Grindelwald. While Grindelwald is more prominently featured in the Fantastic Beasts film series, we learn enough about him in the original series to earn him a top spot on the list. A peer of Dumbledore, the pair were described as nearly equally brilliant and talented wizards. After falling out with Dumbledore, he became the master of the most powerful Elder Wand and led a years-long crusade against the wizarding world. He was said to be the most powerful dark wizard, preceding Voldemort, and was only defeated in a duel with Dumbledore, described by Albus Dumbledore as unmatched in wizarding history. Number 3. The Founders. While we don't learn a ton about them individually, Godric Gryffindor, Salazar Slytherin, Helena Hufflepuff, and Rowena Ravenclaw earn a spot on this list for what we do know and for the legacy they left behind. The legendary founders of Hogwarts, in Hermione's research, the best school of witchcraft there is, were described as the 4 most brilliant witches and wizards of the time. They created many enduring magical objects like a sorting hat, as well as Hogwarts Castle itself, which was imbued by its own powerful magic and mystery, and established the 4 Hogwarts houses named after themselves. In Slytherin's case, he also created the Hidden Chamber of Secrets, and he left behind a basilisk to wreak terror in his stead nearly 1,000 years later. Of course, they also set the standard for wizarding education all over the world. Number 2. Voldemort. Lord Voldemort, aka Tom Riddle, was described by Dumbledore as one of the best students to ever graduated Hogwarts, as well as the most dangerous dark wizard of all time. Before he had even learned about his existence of the wizarding world, he was terrorizing his fellow orphans with impressive but disturbing acts of magic. He thrived at school, but became obsessed with Slytherin's heritage and dark magic. After graduating, he became the first and only wizard to create multiple Horcruxes in the pursuit of immortality. He enticed both the First and Second Wizarding Wars and amassed a following of dark wizards and creatures, becoming nearly unstoppable if not for the events that fulfilled the prophecy concerning his defeat at the hands of Harry Potter. And finally, number 1 on our list is Albus Dumbledore. Dumbledore may not have been the one to ultimately defeat Voldemort, but he was frequently cited as the only person Voldemort ever feared, meaning he was the main rival of both the most infamous dark wizards in modern history. According to Albus Dumbledore, he was already considered the most brilliant student ever seen at Hogwarts by the end of his first year. He won many awards in his youth, but his young adulthood was marred by a family tragedy. Feeling responsible for his sister's death during a youthful duel with Grindelwald, he dropped his pursuit of power and instead began a career at Hogwarts. Committed to his role as a teacher, Dumbledore nevertheless made many important academic discoveries for the wizarding kind. Upon defeating Grindelwald in a legendary duel, he became master of the Elder Wand and was awarded an Order of Merlin First Class. He chose to become headmaster of Hogwarts instead of Minister for Magic, but was still politically involved in the International Confederation of Wizards and Chief Warlock of the Wizengamot. He was also instrumental in the defeat of Voldemort, leading the Order of the Phoenix Resistance group and destroying several Horcruxes before his death. Let me know in the comments down below who you would put on your list. I would love to hear everyone's suggestions. That's all I have for this video, so if you don't already, be sure to follow me over on Twitter and Instagram at Scrubwork. I live stream almost every weekend here on YouTube. We talk about all things Harry Potter, Hogwarts Legacy, and I never miss a chat, so come hang out sometime. If you would like to watch my most recent upload, click the video here on the left. If you're interested in an upcoming Hogwarts Legacy video game, click the playlist at the right of your screen now. If you enjoyed the video, a like rating is always appreciated, and I'll see you wizarding fans in the next video.